Recently, the Friends of the Film Industry traveled to Raleigh to meet with leaders to keep NC film incentives going. Here's EUE Screen Gem's Susan Dozer.
So here's my challenge for people that don't understand this industry. If you are looking to hitch yourself to the wagon of the future, the film industry is a global industry that North Carolina is already one of the top key players. We are a Tier 1 film state. We're already there. We don't have to work to get there. We just have to push the go button on continuing what we're already doing.
Each representative received this book, including Misconceptions, Myths, and Facts. Wilmington Representative Susie Hamilton kept reminding the Senate and the House that if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Over 2/3 of the counties in North Carolina have benefited from the film industry. Okay, again, we have proof through the Department of Revenue that at least 4,200 full-time jobs exist as a result of the film industry in this state. Folks, this is an industry that has been building the infrastructure in North Carolina for the last 30 years. We have weathered the storm. We were there before incentives existed. We were there while incentives were being used in other states and other countries to take the business out of our state. We've seen what happens.
Piedmont Triumph Film Commission's Executive Director Rebecca Clark spent her day trying to remind leaders that film is a state issue.
A lot of folks think that it just benefits two parts of the state, and that's Charlotte and Wilmington. But the fact is, it benefits the entire state, including the Piedmont Triad counties. And those are the counties that we represent with the Piedmont Triad Film Commission. And we've had about $32 million of an economic impact annually this past year, and it seems to be consistent. We get productions like Hallmark television movies. We had Matthew Weiner's film You Are Here. We recruited that project. All of these projects, no matter how small or large, they all create jobs within North Carolina. And in the Piedmont Triad, we have about 600 crew members that depend on these types of opportunities for them to stay in the area, to live in the area, and to pay taxes in the area.
And then we had a chance to speak to those who are miffed that this is even an issue at all.
Because we came here 20 years ago from LA to be the founding faculty of the School of Filmmaking, to bring on other passionate and excited filmmakers to make this happen. And so it feels odd to be fighting this fight, but it's a good fight, because we have to help people understand the value of stories being told in this state. We're all storytellers. Now we're cinematic storytellers, and it doesn't matter if we're from Avery County or Forsyth County. Those stories impact all of North Carolina. And I think, if our stories and film were oil or gold, and they were filling 3/4 or 2/3 of the counties in North Carolina, everybody would see the value of that. And for me, stories are magic.
Brunswick County Representative Frank Eiler said that the film fight is war.
This is like Star Wars. I'm going to call it Film Wars. Georgia is an evil empire. And you could almost say the eyes of Georgia are upon us, and I mean us that be voting on these incentives. And the evil empire is coming to capture 4,000 jobs. Some of my colleagues want to surrender and give them away. I don't choose to do that. I think we need to fight, and we have to have at least as good an incentive program as we have now. I just want to extend the date, but other people have other ideas, and we're going to entertain all the ideas. But we've got to fight for these jobs, and to me, it's war, and economic war with Georgia. So I love Georgia, but I love North Carolina more. So.
The United States is the global leader in entertainment production. That is an industry that we dominate in, and we're going to be dominant for decades to come. Mm-hmm. There's nobody else close to us in terms of our technology, special effects, the whole thing. And so if you think about it, the film incentive is a global industry. It's focused on the future, advances in software, advances in technology, efficiencies, just production, the whole thing.
Covering the battle for film in Raleigh, I'm Charles Rourke for Star News.